I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on.
Well, hello there, everybody. Welcome to a nice casual stream tonight here on Carentan. We'll go ahead and turn all that. Okay, we are casting from the Axis side tonight. So let me go ahead and put those labels up there. Dewey. There we go. This is just a big old mixed scrim event, so there's a whole bunch of teams playing tonight. So I'm not going to put all 5-6 logos on each side. It'd be kind of chaotic. Yeah. So let me go ahead and make sure the volumes are working good. Yep, okay. Truck volume coming in good. Okay, very good. Okay, so we are on Carentan tonight. I am your host, Smithers. I've been in the competitive scene for about 3 years now, hoping to bring you my 3 years of experience to tonight's stream to make it a nice, lively experience for you, and hopefully offer a nice, entertaining evening. So, without further ado, we have Carentan tonight for this Friday Night Fights casual scrim. And there's a whole bunch of different teams here tonight. We have WTH, we have GBI, we have Rangers of the North, we have Helios, we have 77th, we have a whole bunch of buggers, we have Syndicate, we have probably some machine soldiers in here as well, I'm guessing. We have Glow, we have GFP. Okay, we just have a whole bunch of people. Okay, so let's go ahead to the map situation. We are playing all straight bottom tonight to make it easier for the teams when they're load out and everything like that. So we have straight bottom across. Train station coming as the midpoint. Train station, I believe most sides would agree, is Axis favored to cap. But let me know if you disagree. Let me go ahead and get my stream rolling here. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Okay, there we go. So yes. Let's see here what we got for the loadout. Shouldn't see any truck snipes off the opening. I can't imagine that these both sides are going to play nice and casual, but we'll see what comes in. Go ahead and take a look here. We got one Luke's right there. We got the P4 moving down the tracks. Then we got some more bodies moving to the south here. So the Axis will look to take control of Mansion down here. So Mansion is this building right here. And so you could see how this is a very key part of Carentan, offering a nice spawn position for people to go in and just flood the point and everything and just keep Overwatch through these fields and everything. But we'll see how these teams are playing. We got rockets coming in. Rockets go slightly over the trucks. Allies piling out a little bit early, I think. Looks like the truck may have ran into the back of the railroad car. But the Allies piling out right over here to the west, and they're streaming down. Artillery beginning to fall. Oh, Zooted's in my squad. Okay, for a second I thought that was the enemy. Okay, good spread here for the Allies coming in. So they're going to move down slowly towards the Mansion. Axis setting a position down here as well. Map positioning looks pretty good. We'll look to see a couple more Garys get up here in just a moment. At least for us beginning, the engagements will be a little bit sparse. Okay. Axis heavily favored or centered around the strong cap right now. Looks like their Mansion presence is not really going at the moment. I wonder if they got wiped down here, everybody. But the Allies will be in solid control of the Mansion and look to start streaming bodies down these hedgerows and plan on wrapping around the Axis. And the Allies also wrapping around from the north as well and getting some bodies in the back line. And the Axis are going to have a big gap to the north right there. As we can see on the map, no Gary has gone up yet. We have one Gary in the blue zone. The Axis will cap, but as far as how long they're going to hold, I'm not too sure. Okay, so that'll be the first cap of the evening. Here for the Axis. Allies beginning to make some hedgerow movement. And G-Fire beginning to go down from Cersei. Ah, good to see you in the match tonight here, Cersei. Good to see you. MG Fire going off in the background. That is from Robert, the famous MG player. Let's see what spot he's rocking here tonight. He looks like he's rocking this shed. Getting a nice slanted angle right here. Beautiful view of the point. And he'll look to rack up some kills from a nice, safe spot here. Robert has secured hundreds upon hundreds of kills in competitive Hell Let Loose. Can always learn a thing or two from him. Okay, so the Axis are in the point, yes, but the Allies are slowly squeezing around here. Get a corner view, shall we? We have Amber Lamb sneaking in the back line right there. His AT. He could have a nice rocket here. Amber Lamb's the only one to make it through so far. Probably was looking for that Luke's, but was a little bit too far out of range. And Scrubba takes him down. Camp progress slowly began to come in for the Allies, and the Axis are just getting pushed out. Holy moly, oh smokes here. So northern push has been totally eradicated, and the Axis are scrunched into this little line right now. One Luke's goes down, I think. Maybe, or Puma, maybe. Panzer IV gets wiped. Panzer IV gets wiped, I think, to the Allied medium down there. who threaded a shot through this narrow complex right here, maybe? Okay. Looking good for the Allies, slowly squeezing around north there. Axis trying to hold on to a pocket, but the Allies no doubt have a hell of a Gary network probably already set up. And they're just slowly going to push. Now with the Axis medium going down especially, the Ally medium will be able to push up and secure more of this ground with the infantry. The Tiger is going to be a few minutes out, I imagine. We have one Luke still to the south of the point. The first Tiger should be spawned here momentarily. Commander Overtime X379 will be looking to get up that first Tiger here shortly. We have Brick, Vinny Pablo, Toasty, Mellow Ham. Matthew Shea takes down one in the corner. Stewie's up here providing Overwatch support. Preventing any Axis bodies from going through that open field right there. But the Axis infantry will now steam ahead across the hedge line, or across the side here, and look to get a side shot on the Stewie. No Axis AT yet spotted. No Axis AT spotted. We got one down here, Vandal. We'll keep an eye on him, see what they end up doing up here. Crusader tries to go across the open field, but he gets rocked right in the head. Shots being inflicted on point for the Lukes. The Stewie's trying to get that one small spot on the front of the Lukes to pin it. Not too sure if they know where that location is. Nice rocket there from Amber Lamps. More rockets. Axis have cleaned out the strong point pretty much. Or the Allies have cleaned out the strong point pretty much, and now the Axis are forced back almost to the G column pretty much. Cat pressure begins to come in on 4th, but it's just a feint. George Squad won't have enough bodies there to get the Allies to pull back really much. Spawn wave comes in from the Axis. And my frame suddenly began to drop here, but hopefully it's okay. There we go. Just keep the camera still here for a second. Bombing run comes in. It's going to go straight to the point. Frames have plummeted to 14. Hopefully it picks back up here in a second, everybody. Frame still rocking around the 15 mark, just trying to keep the camera still for a second. Let me just check something, just to make sure everything's okay. Okay, and the cap comes in for the Allies here. So with that, the Axis will be forced back. Their 4th point is Monal, so they're going to have enough space here to defend. So they'll just need to watch the ramp from the back of the point into the G8 grid, but they should be okay with all the distance to cover. And my frames are still at 14. Okay, there we go. 65, 91. Okay. All right, now they're bringing it back up now. Okay, so with that, let's see what we have here. One Gary to the middle here, one Gary to the south. The Axis will look to establish some Garys up here in town center and to start slowly leaking bodies behind the line. Plenty of spots in Carentan to hide, remember. Plenty of spots to hide. Allies making hell of a ground gain right now. Just really clearing section by section And the Axis up at Monal will need to just hold these angles here. You can see how the Allies have to push through this open field. So the MGs should get a lot of action right now. 2 MGs up here tonight. We have Stro and Mondo Malarenty. So they're going to watch these open fields and get a nice, man, 20, 30 kills easily up here. Barbed wire has gone up as well to prevent the Allies from sneaking along the hedge and pushing on through here. So this is where Allies satchel players will need to have a nice, be able to have a nice play right here. They're blowing that up. But they're going to have to get within range first. Right now, they are well across the field. Let's go back to the middle of the point, shall we? Rockets coming in. Allies slowly pushing east here. Edging the Axis into their own territory. Cersei sends Matthew Shea packing. Cersei's going to keep pushing here. He's going to go up against Zooted here in just a second. Excel also going over here. Kuriel. Kuriel's on the opposite side in the alleyway, though. Allied armor begins to push up. We do have the medium now making their way down the road. Get ready to support the attack of Monal. The Allies with a fantastic line. Look at that line. Just totally set up. Let's look from the Allies' perspective here. The Stewie is still in support. Getting a position to knock out some of those MGs on Monal. Robert gets wiped. Steve in support right there. Rocking the AT kit. Looking to get a nice, beautiful long-range rocket. Steve wipes the commander. Is that an AT gun, I think? I think it's an AT gun coming in from Monal. Taking shots at the Stewie. Stewie's trying to get back out of dodge. I think it's just a solo. Let's take a look here if it's just a... Or they maybe ran out of range. Oh! And there goes the Stewie. AT guns on Monal are so important. Nice long-range view from up there. Panzer IV comes from the bottom. Don't see a Tiger unless I'm blind. Do not see a Tiger. What's the Tigers? Oh, Tiger's down there. Trying to spearhead the push into train station. Smoke is dropping in the complex right here. Lots of Allied players right here. Amber Lamb's the only one rocking AT, though. Tiger is taking its time. Smoke is dropping in the alleyway still. Amber Lamb's trying to get behind the Tiger here. Peace in support along with Viking. Amber Lambs will look to get a couple rockets in the buttocks. Slowpoke Mo is there to help defend their buddy, but not too sure 1 against 3 could be kind of tricky here. Amber Lamps is going to come around the corner and pull out the rockets. Yes, he does. He's trying to get an angle on the butt, and one of the butt goes. Amber Lamps is going to look to reload real quickly and get the second one in the butt. Can Amber Lamps get 2 in the butt? He's going to try to run around, try to play Ring Around the Rosie, and he gets it. But he also kills himself, but that's okay. That Tiger gets 2 in the butt, and that medium... I think it's a medium. Yes, it is. The medium's going to push now and get a shot right in the back of the Tiger. And the medium's going to line up. And the medium knocks out the Tiger here. Beautiful infantry and tank combination there. Nice job, buddies. That was great to see. Fantastic coordination. Medium took advantage of the situation. He was able to take down the Tiger. Okay, so that's going to free up a lot of ground for the Allies here. Axis beginning to set up shop in the northern area. 2 Garys have gone up there. Reserve Gary in the back of the H column. Gary back here. Front line of Monal is going to be just fine. These guys are going to be able to hold it without much worry, I think. We do have Phil Mike Collins, though. Phil Mike Collins, famous for sneaking around to the back line. He is with Sergeant Smallwood in support. So Phil Mike Collins will look to get an OP up here. Yes, he does. And he'll look probably to do a support swap here in just a few minutes to get a backline Gary up. Is that the Allied Supplies? Oh, no, okay. Almost looked like a little packet for the Allied Supplies. But Phil Mike Collins will look to get a Gary up in the backline. Ability also in support back here. Phil Mike Collins sneaking up behind the point here. We'll keep an eye on him in the backline as the Allies making some ground here. Garys are going up. Gary red zone up here. Allies are really aiming to clear this little last housing complex. And that's going to force the Axis back into the open field. There's that destroyed Tiger that went down to the medium. Phil Mike Collins has called in a spawn wave in the back line. We have Keto, Will's World, and Ability. Panzer IV will be back here in support. I believe the AT gun just got smoked. Yes, it did. The spawn wave should get encircled and popped here in just a second. Keto 2 and Ability back here. Ability just trying to get out of dodge. Stay alive for just a few more moments. So the Axis with nice defensive hold there on Monal. They do not... The closest Gary, though... Okay, they do have a Gary to the southwest right here. Gary on front line right here. Gary over here. Gary to the north. And they'll look to get a Gary somewhere here in the back line as well. We do have that original medium still alive. But a rocket comes in from Podolki. Podolki gets one in. Thumper gets out to try and repair. But Podolki takes him right out. Podolki gets wiped himself. Another rocket comes in from Undead Clown, but it did miss him. Okay, so this medium will just look here. Wonder, they're just probably going to waste this medium here in just a second so they can go back and get a heavy. Rocket comes in from Matthew Shea. Matthew Shea gets taken down. Undead Clown will look to get a rocket. I believe he's out of rockets. Pizza Roll on the MG, covering his buddy. Amber Lamp's also in support. Okay, alright. Yeah, okay, that takes care of the medium with a solid round, I think, from the Axis medium on point right there. Alright, so that'll take care of that. And so the Axis will look to set up shop pretty much. They're not going to be able to push too much out through these open fields. We do have one spawn wave. We do have one Gary still alive right here, one OP. But this may get wiped here momentarily just because of the sheer force, and Artie is zeroed in on it. 404 is right here to help clean up shop. Going through the body parts, doesn't phase him, and he goes and takes down the Gary. And that'll wipe. 404 takes one for the team right there. Option OP is the last OP left here. Angelo de la Morte. Air. Angelo's going to peek the corner. Takes down Soul. Ham is waiting for him. Saw his buddy go down. Angelo's got a bandage, though. Angelo, let's see how he approaches this one. But, nope. Doesn't get a chance. Doesn't get a chance. Alright, so that'll be the last... Oh, no. Option OP is still up, actually. Option OP is still up. Ham, though, may have a chance to just come around the corner here and wipe it. Pizza Roll's also closing and looking to raw dog the MG around the corner probably. Yep, he's ready to go. He's ready to raw dog as soon as he sees one of these Axis peek their head. Pizza Roll's going to peek around the corner here. He's going to see air. Pizza Roll looking to raw dog. And he does. Should see another big spawn wave here any second. Axis slowly starting to get it back. Looks like they call back more bodies here to deal with it. Nice spawn wave comes in. Rockets come over. Foxhole Norman spawning in, taking a look for the situation himself. Okay, looks like the Axis is going to be okay. Wonder if they're going to have a chance to spring back now. Maybe through some launching in the front door of OPs, because the Allies may have overcommitted, but maybe not. Maybe not. We'll see. We'll see. Camp progress. A little bit of contestation on train station. Sorry again, everybody, about the mic problems. I will keep monitoring it. Just randomly maxes out for some reason. And it's just, I can't figure out, like, there's a rhyme or reason to it. Maybe it's time for a new microphone. Okay, camp progress begins to come, or continues to come in for the Allies here. Axis are getting pushed back. All their OPs are starting to light up a little bit more. Not looking good. One quick tank drive through this, and that will be the end of the Axis defense. I'm on Monal. Artillery rounds continue to come in and pepper the point. This tank is all the way pushed up now. Tiger tank is coming in as well. .76 in support right here. Looks like this point may be flipping here in just a second. Tiger tank may be too far away to save it in time. So I think that 76 is in the circle. Airhead has been called in as well. This airhead will be landing in support of the attack for the Allies. Alright, there's the cap on Monal, everybody. 5th point starts to be contested here for a second. We have some bodies coming in. Phil Mike Collins on the flanking maneuvers. Spawn wave gets called back, though. They should be able to deal with this minor incursion. One Gary left on the point, or one Gary up to the north, one Gary to the far south. Okay, so just a little last bridge hit up here from Baker Squad left on Monal. 76 on point. Going to anchor that for sure. We do have Summer Bomb moving up along with Clink. Okay, so that'll be pretty much the end of the Axis push here on Monal for the moment. Everything's going to be pushed down to the last point here. The Allies are going to set up shot with tank to monitor the point. Okay, so with that, we have one Panzer IV coming up from mid-HQ. The thing is that the Allies are going to have unbelievable coverage down from Monal into the point. So the Axis tanks are going to have a tough time moving up here. We have one Tiger tank that's going to be stuck behind the hedge here. Old Nuts, Big Earl, and Gordo. And they're going to be pinned behind this hedge. One second, everybody. Just going to check my mic levels real quick. Okay, should be back to normal now. Oh my gosh. Microphone issues. Okay. So what do we have for the situation, everybody? Tiger is still pinned behind the hedge right here. Okay, looks like we do have an AT gun down here, so the Axis will look to pile on some AT guns in order to get that coverage on the Monal up here. Allied armor will have a nice, pretty setup with these repair stations, overwatching the point. And they'll get feedback from the infantry as where any Axis armor may be making the slightest movement. But those AT guns could be deadly. 276s on point up here. 76 takes a rick shot. We have Ether over there on the AT gun. And remember, those AT guns aren't cheap, everybody. I mean, each one of those rounds takes up 5 munitions. 5 munitions. So he has a nice little spot. Probably trying to call for a buddy to help him out. Okay, so we have 1, 2 AT guns and a third AT gun. So Axis is doing a hell of a job of understanding that they're a little bit down in the armor game. And they'll need to support their armor buddies. Tiger Tank's trying to fire up to the hill a little bit, trying to kill some of this infantry that's having a nice angle to face downhill. Sounds like precision is coming in, but it's on that Tiger mark. It's going to be a little bit late, I'm imagining. It's going to get Matthew Shea, though. Okay, it gets Marlin. Marlin gets wiped by that precision. Rocket comes in, goes over Shogun's head. One AT gun gets taken out. 45 minutes left on the clock. Plenty of time for the Axis to come back here, but they're going to be on the back foot a little bit. Allies are going to start setting up MGs in these buildings up here and feed some fire into the point. Tiger should be able to hold off that infantry. Should get a nice spawn wipe right there. Maybe camping the OP a little bit. Okay. Alright, so that there goes down one allied OP, but the Axis allied armor is going to just really rain fire down on the point right now. But this is an interesting point, right? You have all this, you have a lot of decent amount of open field. So as long as the Axis can just, just maintain some of this ground here, they should be okay. And keep those AT guns up and prevent the allied armor from pushing point. I think they're going to be able to hold this. Clink over here, setting up the MG up on the rooftop. Somebody's in the back line. It looks like we have supplies that were dropped, but there's only 50 there for the Axis squad lead. Recon doesn't have support with them, obviously, just a sniper. We do have George squad, also Recon making his way in the back line. So unfortunately, both of those squad leads won't be able to put up a Gary themselves without 100 supplies. AT guns on point are getting peppered from those allied 76s on Monal. So we just have this Tiger up here. That's going to be pinned behind the hedge. 176 actually got destroyed. Those 76 tried to push, but the Tiger was there to hold its ground and wipe them out. So a little bit of a good sign here for the Axis, even though they're down from a point standpoint at least. '76 will just look over that. Look at that view that they have. Just able to see so much on the point. Beats roll up here along with worst guitarist, manning the MGs, laying down more fire inside the point. He does a supply drop, trying to come in for George Squad. Let's see if the allies are paying attention back here. They sure are. SFES Sniper, along with Foxhole Norman, moving in. Going for the supply drop. Well, how will Kapka approach this? Kapka's gonna... Kapka... Okay, Kapka wipes him. Foxhole Norman, no doubt, heard that shot. Saw his buddy go down. So he's going to run over here and investigate. Kapka got taken. Okay, so that'll be it for that. Foxhole Norman will dismantle the supplies. No doubt look for enemy buddy. He tries to shoot at Flig a little bit. Alright, yeah, so they should be just fine. Supplies are still there, though. We'll see if Gezek is able to get around here and work his way to the back of Monal. But it looks like Foxhole Norman's going to move up here and dismantle these in just a second. Or not. He's going to put up the Gary. Okay, yeah, he's going to put the Gary first. Flig is there to support his buddy with the white helmet, of course. Foxhole Norman runs by the German supplies. He says, hey, buddies, if you want to give it a shot, go ahead. I'm not afraid to deal with your little backline, Gary. Okay, under 40 minutes left to go, everybody. If you're just joining me, I'm your host, Smithers. So far, we've seen 3 camps in tonight's game. The Axis camped, train station off the oh man, a lot of these AT guns peppering this 76 right here. 76 though is able to get a perfect angle right behind the hedge. Look at that. Just not even bothered in the slightest by those AT gun rounds. Those AT gun guys trying to sneak around through, though. Okay, so that 76 will be sitting nice and pretty up here on the corner. Allies are really just inching forward towards the point, but look at all that open field they have to get through. Is that the Tiger? Yep, Tiger just got taken out. T-Gun's just trying to pin back the 76. That's a lot of munitions they're using up right there. I think that's at least 100 munitions we've probably seen. Round goes off at the front of the 76. 76 knocks out one of the AT guns. Artie Round continues to decimate the infantry. A little bit of penetration of the back line right here. Gezek, though, doesn't survive. I think he gets sniped by Harvester of Sorrow. He tries to make it to the point. Those supplies are still back there. So probably George Squad should be able to gun for them and get them set up. Other 76 is coming up here, though. 76 also bypasses supplies. So that's going to be a little bit of a wild card, I think, as far as the Axis getting back in this, but that Gary for the Allies is right there. And looks like last pizza roll is going to get the supplies now. He sees them. And okay, so pizza roll will take down those supplies. And we'll go about our business. Allies beginning to trickle into the point, though, led by Ya, Daddy, and Corel. A little bit of movement down here. This is, once again, this is towards mid-HQ, keep in mind. Precision strike coming in for the Axis. Towards Monal. This is a Stuka. Sound will be very clear. Let's see if the 76 backs out. 76! What a shot here by the Axis commander. Right on top of the 76. Wipes it in one go. Beautiful job, buddy. Nice mark there. Good communication, fantastic mark, and that will be the last 76 of Monal. And there we have it. We have a little trickle of a spawn to the northwest right here from the Axis side. And they could potentially get all up in here. Allied Gary has gone down beside the point in about 2 seconds. Double dismantled by the recon and the sniper. Now it's going to be a little bit of a game, though. Can the Axis hold on to the point for just a few moments? Airhead is going to be falling for the Allies. Axis or Allies do have a strong push here. Allied airhead should be above us. There it is. Artillery cap progress begins to go back in favor of the Axis on their last point, and I think they're going to be winning the cap race here in just a second. And we could see a double cap here in just a second. Okay, there we're going to have it. The Axis will have secured their point, and they'll probably begin flexing bodies all to the attack now. This Tiger will most likely be left on point alone. Bombing run's coming in, but this is going to be fruitless for the moment. As we see, the Axis have flexed a whole bunch of bodies now to that launch Gary. And they're going to look to set up shop in train station. Jig Squad has already gotten a Gary up front door of train station. So we could see a double cap here. .33 minutes left on the clock, and we're going to see a cap on Monal, everybody. This point's going to be a flipping here in just a second. And we're going to see some more bodies flex over to train station as well. But it's got to be careful. How much do they want to commit to the cap on train station? Versus holding Monal for just a few minutes to help set up shop. Let's see if cap progress begins to come on train station. Yes, it does. Cap progress begins to come in. We have Fleischig moving in on train station. Supported by GJ Johnson and Onfry. They're going to move in. 2 squad leads. Could be 12 bodies here in just a second. Spawn waves begin to flood in towards train station. Scrubber calls redeploy to Whammo. Progress is looking really good here for the Axis. It looks like they're going to have a really strong chance for a double flip. What a comeback from being pushed out of Monal. And then back to their last point with armor, Allied armor having a perfect advantage up on the high ground. And this was unexpected. This shows you the power of a very good backline player. And look at this flood towards the point from the Axis. How quickly something like this can change. And just like that, everybody, we're going to see a double cap Axis go from down 1-4 to 3-2 in just a matter of a few minutes here. And let's see if they're going to try to stream ahead towards 4th. We do have Item and George Squad rapidly moving towards the 4th point. Allied Armor may be in position, though, to just camp that point for the moment. We have 176 down below, along with a Geary, so I think they're going to be just fine on Derailed Train. Okay, so there's the 4th cap that just came in. One squad lead moving their way over. GJ Johnson. Supply drop coming in the back line. Kapka is also moving down there. Plenty of LA bodies around train station. Okay, so the Allies will just have to reestablish on ground. They do have that Geary by Derailed Train, so they'll have a chance to just reestablish the position here. Allied Armor will anchor the front of the point for the moment, but spawns are going up in the back line for the Axis. What a double cap, though. That was great to see. The team did not give up. They struck back, and they struck back big. Just a few remaining bodies for the Allies in the back line right now. With under 30 minutes left to go. Airhead is falling. This is an Axis airhead. To the northwest, a Derailed Train. And we have a Geary up to the south that's clear. We could see a flex to Derailed Train, but it looks like the Allies will not let that happen. They do have a decent amount of bodies back here. They're going to be looking for this airhead. Papa Bear Baker moving into middle train station. Recon back here patrolling. We do have a bombing run coming in. This is an Axis bombing run going over the airhead location. I think it's going to be a little bit in vain. Airhead gets taken down by a grenade. Nice heads-up play there by the Allied players there. Throwing a grenade, knowing the bombing run was coming. And so they were able to take out the airhead without much worry. Yeah, here in the back line. Yeah. Take some shots from Hippie. Okay, so the Allied infantry are in good position. I'd say they mostly cleared out their sector. Looks like they're reestablishing themselves, so I think they're going to be just fine. Allied medium is also pushed up down the road here. Just trying to lay some supportive fire onto the point. Backline here, we do have a little bit of shenanigans from the recon squads. Flare goes up. Undead Clown's going to see that flare. He's going to peek around the corner, try to hunt down this recon squad. Graves and Riveth. Okay, so the Axis position looks pretty strong at the moment. They got a nice Geary up by the church, or the middle town center up there. Geary down by train station. Geary down here by mansion. It's a little bit warm, but looks like they just take care of that. And then they're slowly but surely pushing their way west. They do have some leftover bodies, though, from the Allies in the north here that could jump into train station pretty quickly. So we have a medium and a 76 commanding the road right here for the Axis armor. We have a P4. And that's pretty much it for the moment. We'll have enough fuel for a 76 here in just a minute and a half, I think. Forbidding clears the little shed. So train station is a little bit of a unique point because the strong cap is right here, the circle, and the non-sector cap can be right here on the border. So you may not think the point is being contested, but then all of a sudden the bodies start flooding in from across the border, and suddenly you get some cap pressure. So that's why train station's a little bit tricky to defend, and it's easy to underestimate the enemy with this point. But the Axis are doing a good job of slowly clearing up the ground here. Artillery round comes in and takes down one of the trucks. Looks like the Gary has been marked. .76 will turn around and go find a better position. Tiger will be spawned momentarily. Oh, we're at 580 fuel right now. Remember, it takes 600 fuel for a Tiger. .24 minutes. If you're just joining me, I'm your host tonight, Smithers, coming with you with 3 years of competitive experience. And tonight, we've seen quite a comeback from the Axis side. You'll have to go back and watch it, but they were down 1-4 all the way back down to La Maison des Hommes. And they were able to get some backline Garys behind Monal and cap that back from the Allies. And to do a springboard cap up to train station as well. So far in this game, we've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 caps so far. And we still have 23.5 minutes left to go. And now we're just settling in, and each side is trying to figure out where they want to go next, pretty much. Viking up here, up on top of the building. Remember, this is a very key part of train station, is to get up on this crane right here and jump onto these buildings. A nice little elevator. Papa Bear Baker also sneaking in the back line. So the Axis do have some gaps here. They gotta tie up these gaps. Maybe add a few more bodies on the defense to just patrol around a little bit. Spawn wave comes in for the Axis. Okay, let's go take a look at the front line. We'll go back there and peek if we start to see some cap progress. Allies setting up shop down the road. Manage and control looks like the main battle right now. Clink and Robert in the building. Clink. Raw Dog in the MG. Robert probably hurt him. Robert comes down the steps. 2 shots Clink. Takes the building for himself. Okay, so that'll take care of that pretty much. The Allies will look to push out of the mansion and take control down here and wipe some of these OPs. Supply truck got supply truck there. Poor supply truck drivers. They go through hell, don't they? Just trying to drive around in the truck, and it seems like everywhere you go, somebody's waiting for you. Axis bomb wave down here behind the grid line, or behind the hedge. Fragger. Got out-fragged right there. Mailbox and Mondo Marlin. Coming up here. Vinny Pablo. Vinny Pablo tries to go down to the hedge, but didn't stand a chance. Cap progress begins to come in on 4th from a spawn point to the from north of derailed train. Allies are starting to get progress towards train station itself. Starting to see a nice little blob here form. Rockets. 76 is being aggressive here, trying to get aggressive, wiping out these spawn points to south of the point. Rocketeers are also here, though. Big Chonky gets him right in the back. Toasty's right here as well. 76 rounds come in and clean up that mess. Marty's around the corner. Toasty about to go up against Marty. Man, Toasty had the first shot. Prince Coyote's also waiting for him. Toasty going looking to make some progress, peeking those corners, taking some corners, and takes down Prince Coyote as well. Toasty cleaning up shop down here, and suddenly the Axis position on train station doesn't look so great. They have 2 OPs, 3, maybe 3 in the back line right here, right? Front door Gary looking a little bit iffy for the Allies to just stream in though now. Tanks are streaming up forward for the Allies. Excel's trying to get a rocket in the penetrable part of the 76. Rick's off the front. Excel's going to get blasted here in just a second. Curl takes care of that threat to the 76. 19.5 minutes left, and we're starting to see some significant cap progress by the Allies. They're in the strong cap. The Axis have dedicated a few bodies, maybe 10 bodies in total back here on derailed train. And we're approaching the 50% cap mark for the Allies. Cap progress still coming in, reaching the 75% mark. Mamma mia, will the Allies be able to recap this? It looks like they will be. The Axis have almost been totally forced out of the strong point, and the Allies have maximum pressure right now. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're about to see this flip. This will be the 6th cap of Friday Night Fights. Unprecedented in a long time in FNF history, I think. And there we have it. The Allies take 3-2 again. Holy smokes, man. Did not expect to cast this one here tonight. But we have ourselves a match. With 18 minutes left to go, the Axis are setting up shop. One Tiger rolling up here to the front line. They'll look to get probably another Gary here in the south. Another Gary up here to the north. Luke's is rolling around as well. Let's go check out what Luke's shenanigans are doing. This Luke's is right over here. Cruising down the alleyway. They're going to look to just probably cause some shenanigans in the back line. Tiger taking up spot. Cap progress on Monal. What do we have back here? Just when contested for a second. Just for a second. But I think they're coming in from the open grid line. Axis do not have any bodies covering front door down there. So the Allies are going to be able to sneak through free down the hedge. They're all clumped up right here, right in the middle. One tank went down in the distance. That was a 76. I have no idea to what. Was it the Tiger? Did the Tiger peek there, maybe? Guessing the Tiger peeked and took it down. Okay, so the Axis will look to, set up a front door attack here, but they gotta be a little bit wary of their flanks. The Allies have that strong south control over here. They may be able to flank around if they try to push. .5 minutes left to go. Axis just making a straight front door push. That Luke's is now in the circle, but the Luke's is not going to last too long here, right in the circle. And it gets rocketed right in the buttocks. I think it looks like it got stuck on the track there. And Allied AT was ready and waiting. Okay, so the camp progress will stop momentarily. But the Axis still with a very strong frontal push. Bombing run is coming in. This is an Axis bombing run. See how this is going to land. Coming in from the north right there. It's going to get a few. It's going to get, Steve. The bombs roll over Steve's head. Left on the clock. Let's take a look at the map. Axis still very bundled up right here for the front door push. Ables look like they're going to try to make their way around. One Panzer IV rolling up for the Axis. We have a Tiger down here. Trying to make this front door push happen. I'm surprised we haven't seen some Belgian gates being built. Unexpected satchel. Remember, you can build Belgian gates right here, I think, and jump over these walls. So I'm surprised we haven't seen some more of those, just to gain us a little bit of leverage. Tiger tank beginning to push down the road. I think they sense that they have the advantage. Toasty rockets one back to the redeploy screen. Angelo de la Morte watching his Tiger buddies behind right here. Tiger will try to push into the strong point. It's getting closer. It's got a little bit of distance here to go. Cap progress begins to come in for the Axis, around 20% right now. Good, strong control. Looks like they got back control of the south side right here. They flex some squads down to the south. Okay, so they're pushing. They got control, so they should be good on the flank, although there's a few leaking right here. Toasty being one of them. Rocking the AT loadout. Cap progress coming in around the 40% mark. If this Tiger can push up just a little bit more into the circle, they stand a strong chance of recapping this back from the Allies. Progress stalls, big spawn wave comes in. Let's go check out Monal, see if it's anything serious. Phil Mike Collins sneaking back here again with Papa Bear Baker. Rocket comes into the AT gun in the back line from Papa Bear. He took a Jeep. Phil Mike Collins requested a Jeep and he got it back there. But Commander Overtime is back here to watch this point. 11 minutes, 50 seconds left to go. Still seeing a pretty strong push here from the Axis. Flanks are pretty secure. The monobodies leaking through at the moment has gone down, I think. And we're down to this front door slam. But we have that evil sloth. Gets his satchel on the back of the Tiger, I think. Yes, he does. Right there by the fuel cans. Will Old Nuts and Spiffy, will they see it? Oh, no, they don't see it. Oh, Ragnar does. Okay, they see it. They're defusing. I think they're going to be able to save their Tiger, and they do. What a nice job, buddies. Nice job saving that Tiger. Very critical part of the push right there. And we have a full stream of bodies heading towards a point. But the Allies have that garrison right behind the hard cap. And so that's really adding a lot of force to the defensive cap weight. And the Tiger wins the engagement with the 76, I think. Yep, another 76 gets wiped off the point. Okay, so this will be prime time for the Axis to push up here. Okay, so this Tiger will need to just turn and move towards that point. Cersei's working back here. Cersei's managing real quick. Cersei, unfortunately, does not have an AT kit with him. Or with her. This Tiger tank can get in the circle. They just need to push forward and yeah, there they go. Looks like they're going now. I don't know who's winning the cap race at the moment. But the Tiger is pushing forward. They're going to try to gun for it here. Angelo de la Muerte calls out all-out push for the win. Tiger tank is in the circle, maximizing the cap pressure. Monal has flickered back to the Axis in favor of them. Bombing run comes in. This is an Allied bombing run going through the point that should track the Tiger. Under 10 minutes left to go. Well, Nuts is going to look to tap their Tiger. Scrimmy gets wiped from the right of our screen there. Commander just taps the track. Even though the tracks are fully destroyed, you can just tap them, and you get the full power back. Just one rocket away from that getting eliminated. Toasty here could make a big sacrifice for his team. Toasty lines up the rocket, but the Tiger's turn, and the Tiger sees the threat. Toasty's going to try to come around the corner here. Tiger tries to splash, but Toasty's going to line it up in the back. And Toasty takes one for the team right there. Toasty takes one for the team. Toasty takes one for the team. There we go. Nice job to Toasty. Getting it right in the back. The Tiger will be... I'm surprised they won't call on Artie here in just a second. Camp progress is around 90% right now. 90% for the Axis. Daddy's going to come around the corner and wipe out Old Nuts. Daddy takes care of one armored crew member, but I don't think it's going to be enough. And the Axis should have it back here. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. The Axis with, I think, the 6th cap of the night. Taking back train station after a slog. Holy smokes, congratulations. 7 minutes to go, though. It's still not over. Still not over. What a match we have here tonight. What a match. What a match. Tiger tank will position itself on point, but the arty is landing directly on it. We have seen artillery kill Tigers before, so we may see that again. And what an arty round that would be right now. Allied armor trying to push up inside the point. The medium, though, will not stand a chance against the Tiger. 76 tries to splash the perimeter. Angelo de la Morte tried to put down a satchel, but Ether was right there to intercept the medium and stops the advance. And that's going to eliminate the Allied front door push onto train station. Camp progress begins to come in on both sides. Allies are flooding in from the north. Looks like the Axis don't have much infantry at all backed up there. Rocket comes into the back of the Tiger. The Tiger's booty is facing up north. Toasty could have a critical second rocket. Toasty lines up for the rocket, and Toasty takes down the Tiger with a beautiful wham bam shabammo in the final 6 minutes, everybody. Man, this is going to be close. This is going to be close. Cat progress begins to come out on fourth, but it's just a recon squad. Just a recon squad. I don't think bodies are being called back. Phil Mike Collins goes back to their fourth point. Phil Mike Collins making his frags true. Kapka's going to come around the corner here. I think this is just going to be a minor engagement. 5 minutes left to go. I think the pressure on fourth is going to fade away here. Kapka and Phil Mike Collins will go toe-to-toe in just a second. And Kapka makes his shot. Okay, so with that, we'll go back to the point, shall we? Under 5 minutes, and the Allies are bringing on the pressure to train station. This could go down to the final minute. Wow, what a series of caps, though. What a comeback for this team. Party rounds falling near the garrison. Garrison set up down here to the southwest of the train station. Reinforce has been dropped already. So the Axis will not have reinforced for the final 3 minutes. Allies with still pretty good pressure. It's going to come down to armor right here. That Tiger going down on point is huge. Another Tiger's coming up to play. But this Tiger won't be in action for another minute or so on point. Minute and a half. Can the Allies get enough bodies towards the strong cap here? Under 4 minutes. Still going to be tight, I think. If they can win a few key frags and this 76 gets towards the hard cap, 76 is speeding right down the road, as we could see. I think they have a sniper and a medic on their back as well. Artillery's landing right where it should be. It's just the Axis spawns are spreading out real quick. Allies are pushing up here. Don't know if they have enough steam for it. Gary's still alive behind the point, as we could see. Or behind the wall right there. Two and a half minutes. Looking good for the Axis. Everybody's around the circle. Doesn't look like we're going to see too much of an issue from a cap side with 15 seconds left to go before the Allies would need to start capping. They're trying to push front door, but it's just not going to happen, I think. And there we have it, 3-2 2-1. Wow. Congratulations to the Axis tonight for one hell of a game. Coming back and, wow. They were down to their last point. So just a quick recap. The Axis capped first. Train station, the Allies surrounded them and knocked them out of the point. So it was the second cap. Then they pushed up to Monal, took Monal for the third cap. Axis came with the backline gearing behind Monal, rushed everything in. And that was the fourth cap. Pushed ahead to train station, capped train station for the fifth cap. Allies capped it back for the sixth cap. And then the Axis just capped it back with under about 10 minutes left to go for the seventh cap tonight. Holy smokes, what a game. And for those of you watching, there was about a 10-12 minute span where I'll have to delete out the video where my microphone just went crazy tonight. I think I fixed it though. I think that problem is pretty much taken care of. But I'll edit that out of the video just so nobody else goes insane when they hear it. But man, what a match here tonight. It was, fortunately it wasn't, it was just during the struggle to get back up to Monal for the Axis. So, shouldn't be too big of a loss. But man, what a match. What a match. And unexpectedly, very exciting Friday night fights. I know these matches haven't had a good history, but tonight's was pretty stellar, I have to admit. And I appreciate you all joining me here tonight. This was a good one. Tiger. Bonus time CE. Bonus time CE. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. The victory for the Axis. Well, like I said, the week we're doing crazy match, and I appreciate you all joining me here. And I'll go ahead and give our commends to the commander, as I always do. There we go. Okay. All right, everybody. Well, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one, buddy.